Yes, yeah.
And we got the match starting here.
Right, and they're zooming out over onto that refueling
Almost
area
an
to get some
exactly mirror
balls.
start, but TAMU
Oh,
Sentry
wow.
immediately rushing to the reload zone and taking some damage onto UofA's infantry over there.
No, that's really impressive. That's one of those really big advantages of having that sentry that can move over is they can go and get damage done before any of those other robots can
TAMU
actually hit
Sentry
anything.
shooting at its own base again?
Oh no.
I think that's correct. The base is invincible, so it's fine, but you know, it's gotta happen. It is elimination bracket, so.
Yeah. You know, TAMU Sentry is really rooting for UofA right now.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're seeing TAMU pushing over on that UofA side right now.
Yeah, UofA's standard has gone down, so the base is no longer invincible, but because the sentry is still alive, does have a shield, so any base damage done currently will not count towards a win condition.
Yeah, so we're seeing that hero peek out the side there, taking a look at what's around it. The sentry's occupying the middle there.
Yeah, has run out of projectiles, it seems like, overall, after taking quite a few shots at TAMU's base over there.
Yes, big thing to note, though, is it doesn't have any health loss yet.
Yes.
So it would be great to see UofA come and land some shots in some of those TAMU robots right now.
Absolutely. The UofA is getting kind of like pushed into the reload zone corner by the standard over here. TAMU's standard drivers are always so solid. Their standard always is able to do so much.
No, that is a real benefit of having the driver that knows that strategy, knows exactly what they need to do.
Absolutely.
So
taking shots at the sentry now here.
They have that
UofA
standard
sentry
just
going down slowly.
walking down. Yeah, they're keeping those robots down, not really letting them up and about. Brutal, keeping your enemy down, not letting them stand up a bit.
Absolutely. And I think that's a smart strat. You know, if you want to snowball, you got to start early. TAMU's also going for a snowball strat here by parking their sentry into the center of the buff point, trying to get as much healing as possible.
Right, we see that
two
hero
shots
going
on
back.
the base, but good to take them. You know, you got to try and chip through that shield at
Yes.
least. You know.
Yeah, so UofA seems to be playing quite defensively now. They aren't pushing over that middle line.
Yeah.
They're just trying to keep their sentry and their robots and like base safe, essentially.
This makes sense, especially because currently in the level advantage, TAMU's standard is at a max level, and the highest level robot on University of Alberta side is a level 2 standard. So you want to stay alive to gain some of that passive XP and try and make it that level just so you don't get snowballed when you go in for the confrontation. But the hero might make you come in for a defensive role. Trying to end the game fast there.
Oh, and University of Alabama, or not Alabama, apologies, Alberta is taking some shots now. They're trying to, except that standard's coming back from TAMU and keeping them down.
Yeah. The
That's
hero
a
barely
really
making
strong
it into the
strategy.
resupply zone. The standard is overheated right now, so it's going to probably head back out to their base.
Yeah, so one of those things you see from those teams that have both a strong hero and a standard is that once they get to this point of the game, that standard's working on really keeping the field clear for that hero to be able to go over and do that bonk maneuver.
Absolutely. You know, you no longer really care about the sentry. It's not attacking you anyways, so you might as well go for the true objective, which is the base health, because your base is still invincible. There's no chance for University of Alberta to
Oh, wow.
attack you.
I just saw their hero take a shot at the TAMU sentry there.
Yeah, and it did hit, but TAMU's sentry moved out of the way.
Oh, and the
now
base
the
is going
hero is
down.
getting base rushed at the moment. 400. TAMU's hero seems to be out of shots.
And UofA's sentry has gone down.
I love the way that TAMU has placed their sentry right now. It's in the base itself. At 390 health, it's going to be really hard to get to at that point.
Yeah, so that's having some defensive mechanism on it. Those drivers aren't controlling that. Again, that is a fully autonomous feature of it's gotten to a certain health, and it said, I don't want to be in a danger zone. I'm going to go put myself where I can be best protected.
Absolutely. TAMU's hero now shooting at the base
lining up for those shots. Oh, wow.
One more shot will do it. No, out of ammo again.
Yes. So this is one of those things we see is because there is a limit on how much ammo you can buy, you're not just able to go up instantly and bonk the base immediately. It gives teams as well a time to kind of, when you're University of Alberta, have that ability to kind of reflect, maybe go ahead, take your push time or something like that.
Hero's about 2 shots so far, 4 shots now.
Oh, and we're seeing that standard take shots now.
Yeah. And the standard is the one to actually take out the base in this case. Base destroyed. Cool. But yeah. All right, chat. I'm going to have to leave you for now. I'm going to go continue to make the schedule so you guys can see some more awesome matches. Preston's going to be swapping it with me right now. And yeah, it's been great talking to you guys. I'll see you.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Texas A&M versus the
and
University
we see that
of Alberta.
sentry immediately going down that offensive line, getting to that stage before the UofA robots are able to get to that refill zone.
If it could start having that same level of...
Oh, well, it looks like it's not firing.
It's not. It's not firing at the blue. Let's see if it likes the purple.
It's interesting. All right, and that first volley is going off. All right, so we see that U of A's
Texas
standard
A&M
has gone
already
down.
scoring the first blood there and moving on very quickly to the hero. A little bit of barrel
bit
overheat.
Of overheat, yeah.
Texas A&M, their driver doing a great job here. When you're not taking damage, you can contest. They're unlikely to get kills since their opponents are in their revive zone, but the damage that they're dealing, feeding them so much XP, already level 8, less than a minute into the game.
Yeah, no, and especially, like we were mentioning in that last round, keeping them stuck to the spot. Like, they're not really able to push past. Like, when they're kept at that low level health, it's really hard for them to say, okay, now's my time that I'm going to go to the other end of the field where I can't re-heal. I'm going to take an offensive approach.
Yeah, agreed. The Sentry taking the central buff point for Texas A&M as their standard chews through almost the entire Sentry of University of Alberta.
And
there
we
it
see
is.
it go down. Yeah. All right, so that's big. That base is now able to be destroyed, and we immediately see it, Texas A&M, going in and getting that base health down.
This is the proper strategy. As soon as that Sentry falls, if you are the robot responsible for its death, if you can get any damage down safely.
Yeah. Because so once that Sentry is down, the win condition goes to the base. If you have that base health off, no matter what happens in the rest of that match, if that other team doesn't get less base health than you, then you have won.
Texas A&M's hero trying to defend their Sentry here in the middle buff point.
Oh,
A little
looked
bit
like a bit
of
of a
bumper
bump.
cars.
yeah. One thing I get asked a lot by people who aren't familiar with Roadmaster, why the robots don't bump each other more or do some more damaging measures. One reason I can tell you, those robots are expensive.
That's true. Yeah, it's like if you're driving through traffic, it's like, hey, why don't you nudge the car next to you to tell them you're merging? Because you don't want to damage your car either.
Yeah. No.
In addition, there are yellow cards issued
That
in
too.
the game.
There is genuine like referee systems, which is also why we see these really cool Mechnum wheels, which allow them to do these spinning maneuvers. I know a lot of people who come up from first are going, why would you use these wheels? Like, they're not the best. But for this technique, they are one of the things that really gives teams an advantage.
Very true. Texas A&M continue to chunk through the base of the University of Alberta here. Their hero not firing any of their 5 projectiles, perhaps once again experiencing some jamming. But if you can fire sometimes, even if it's round to round,
Yes.
it means that your bluffing is much more effective. Those robots have to give some respect to
Yeah.
where you are on the map.
No, it very much is a strategy game. If you see a robot rushing at you, you maybe want to get out of the way. Whoa.
There we go, Texas A&M.
All right.
Putting an end to the mantra, putting an end to the narrative there. They are able to fire from their hero as they use their hero robot to almost finish off the base of the University of Alberta.
Yeah, we did see a little bit of overheat there, but they're finishing it off. That's it. All right, so TAMU will be advancing in the winner's bracket. That isn't it for Alberta, though. We will be seeing them in that other bracket again.
That's right. This is a true double elimination bracket. Congratulations to Texas A&M. Both of their driven robots functional in both rounds. I've been going around talking to teams about the bracket. Now that you can go to Challenge, we've thrown the link in the chat. You can make your own prediction bracket during lunch.